Harmony, he had a Hohner harmonica in that end and a Shaw microphone, and you couldn't see it. It was just a big fella. He was like a bear more than a wolf. And I saw that man deliver a great show, a blinding show, unequalled. And from that day until this one, I've always kind of thought, well, if you can perform like Howlin' Wolf, then you're doing a good job.
Take a little dip and make the Johnny rain.
Blues songs are not really protest songs. I mean, they're just, I think the word lament is better, maybe, than protest. They were about basic things, about, you know, love, money, lack of it, and boozing and whatever, you know. They were very down to earth. I mean, if I was going to sing it convincingly, I had to sort of be in accord with his sentiments, you know. If white people feel comfortable about singing it, let them sing it. I mean, you might as well say that white people can't sing reggae.
Got to go faster, got to get along, got to go faster, clench your teeth, good to go, push yourself just a little bit more.
What we're singing about is bad luck, I suppose, a lot of the time. You know, sod's law on bad luck, but at the same time, I think that most blues singers have got their tongue very firmly placed in their cheek. They're almost saying, well, all right, you know, this is a lousy deal, but it'll be all right in the end of the day, and let's have a good time anyway, and let's get drunk and forget all about it, you know. And I think that that's the attitude that even people like Muddy Waters and what have you used to sing in Chicago and what have you, and that's certainly the way it's become with the English style of R&B. I mean, we're not supposed to get people crying in their beer. You know, we're supposed to get them enjoying themselves, having a good time. I think that when I said earlier about the blues being a lament rather than a protest, it's just that I just don't like the idea of it being a protest song. It's not a protest. You're not protesting against anything. It's nothing political or anything like that. You know, you're just drowning your sorrows about your own bad luck, you know, and hoping for some better times.
When the black man was playing blues, rock rhythms were going along with it, but they were always 6/8 time. They weren't 4/4 time like modern rock records. A blues 6/8 is which is it's a slow rock rhythm. Modern rock, as you know, is much more up front. And when the white man picked up on these black rhythms, I call them black rhythms, and he changed it to a 4/4 format, which, like I just played, the kids started dancing to it. All of a sudden they found they could dance to this music. And you would ask any kid at that time, so what do you like about this music? Oh, it's the beat, it's the beat, it's a bang, bang. They could dance to it very easily. And that gave it a much more universal appeal.
Love Hound contains many of the basic elements of R&B. Simple chords, simple story, and a driving rhythm, all based on the 12-bar blues.
Normally when we play it live, it comes from a segue number. We come straight out of one song, and then the big figure on the drums just smashes his way into four bass drum beats. Crack, crack, crack. Then on top of that, in comes the bass. guitar comes in. What you basically got is a whole chunk of solid rhythm.
Explain and then bring me down top. All I can hear is the call of the wild. Ain't no maybe living my own justice. You know the reflexes keeping me going. You can let your puppet mama, that's alright. Well, it grow up, they don't like to fight. Ain't your little up down the spot on you now. I'm a love hound.
Well, I think in the English sense of the word R&B, it's different to the American terminology. I mean, in America, an R&B artist is sort of any black artist that's... I mean, Earth, Wind and Fire, for example, would be regarded as an R&B artist, although they've made a successful crossover into the pop market over there. But I think that in England, the word R&B has come to mean something different. I think it's come to mean a small band, you know, 2 guitars, bass, drums, possibly keyboards, playing pretty upfront music based on sort of John the Hooker and Muddy Waters, rather than the modern slick style that is current today. Bo Diddley and those people, they took what was originally a rural tradition, and they turned it into popular music by adding a modern beat to it. And whatever the beat was currently modern at that time, I mean, Bo Diddley didn't invent, but he certainly did promote that particular boom-de-boom-de-boom-boom beat, you know. That popularised it, that made it accessible to young audiences, and more important, to young white audiences in America. And then out of that, people like, I mean, carrying on the example of Bo Diddley, then you get people like Buddy Holly, who comes from Texas. He was so impressed by Bo Diddley when he saw him that he recorded the song Bo Diddley, and he recorded several other songs with a Bo Diddley beat to it. A black beat with a white boy singing to it. Nighttime is more of a funk beat. I say, let's get into the groove, lads, and I won't even start singing until the right tempo has been reached.
Get up in the morning, kick the cuss from my bed. Sunlight in my eyes is bringing kicks to my head. Work like a dog on a job every day, so I can make money so you can go away. In the nighttime, that's the right time. In the nighttime, that's the right time. I wanna be with you. In the nighttime,
generation than we were when we started out. I mean, R&B was dead as a dodo. And that's what's great now, that 10 years since we started, there seems to be a resurgence in interest. There's kids that weren't even born when Muddy Waters cut I'm Ready, you know, who are now playing that music really well, and other kids come along and listen to it. If we're a generation after the Rolling Stones, we have now got, you know, life after Dr. Feelgood. And that's what 9 Below Zero are doing. And they're playing much the kind of stuff that we were playing 8 or 9 years ago, but they're doing it with the energy that comes with youth, and they're attracting a whole new audience again.
It's our approach, the aggressive approach, which makes us a new wave type R&B band. We always said that we got the old numbers and we give them a good singing to. We could really give them some stick, and I think that's it. You know, we do that to the old numbers, and now we're going to do it to our own numbers, and that'll be our approach. Mark was playing harmonic with Purely for Pleasure. I think his nan played it or something, and his dad bought him a harmonica to learn when he was young. I mean, it's just like saying to someone, look, we're going to start a band up in 11 years' time. Can you go and study your instrument, and we'll come pick you up in 11 years' time and use you? And that's what he's done. He's been in his bedroom. He's never played in a band before. And he's just been there studying Little Walter, Charlie McCoy, Junior Wells, and all the styles, been playing for his own pleasure. And he actually gave it up until we approached him. We got his phone number from someone. And when we approached him, he said, do you want to join a band? And he was a bit taken aback. He didn't know what a microphone was, how to blow through it, because he'd been in his bedroom just playing. He didn't know what an amplifier was, you know, didn't know how to play through an amplifier. So we just shoved him straight in the deep end. And he's come out all right.
Riding on the L&N is based on a blues about a traditional subject, the railroad. 9 Below Zero have kept the train sound, but brought their own attacking 1980s style to the music.
Just who would you want?
Below Zero were reared on the white rhythm and blues sounds of bands like Chicken Shack and Fleetwood Mac. But Dennis Greaves, in his enthusiasm for the blues, wanted to look further back than that.
I thought, well, they must have got it from somewhere. I didn't know that. I didn't have that much knowledge, you see, and until I was filled in with Freddie King and Otis Rush. And I thought, well, here we go. This is where they got it from. And I totally left the white blues then. I got all my black blues influences: Otis Rush, Freddie King, B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Albert Collins as well. I got into a little bit later on. And I got all them, and never ripped one off. Never listened to one too much. Just take a bit of each and blend them in, and just get their little riffs. But I don't like to sit down and totally rip off note for note, because that's not fielding. And when you get up on stage, you're just copying someone. You're not bringing out your own imagination or your own feel, which is what this music's all about. But you see a B.B. King and the face he pulls, a lot of feel.
As well as feel, R&B is characterized by the use of riffs, rhythmic or melodic phrases that form the musical basis of the numbers, like Bruns is playing here. Or as in 9 Below Zero's own composition, Don't Point Your Finger at the Guitar Man.
And I thought, well, I won't follow the normal format. I'll sort of just go. I'll go down to that key, you see, instead of going across to that key. So I had the riff, and I really wanted to use it. I didn't know. And then Mickey, the manager, came and said, "Got a good title for that. Don't point your finger."
Point finger at the guitar man. Well, it's not his fault, he got to sing his jam. He wasn't there, he wasn't even on that side of town. You'll soon know when that man's around. Don't point your finger at the guitar man. Well, it's not his fault, he has to join the clan. There wasn't even on that side of town. You'll soon know when that man's around. Every time I hear that jukebox rock.
What relevance, though, does the blues have for a British band when the roots of the music lie in the poverty and deprivation of black Americans?
We're not that hard off as what they are. In no way are we rich. I mean, we're all working class boys from the South London area. But I don't think we can write about that. So our subjects have got to be what affects us now. I mean, the blues lyrics are traditionally about the women, the hard times that they had. I used to sing about cars, didn't they? Which I don't really think we can write about, really. So, therefore, when we get our ideas, they've got to be what's happening to us today, but influenced by those type of music, and they're what happened to them, you know. It's hard to describe. I mean, how can we sing about poverty, and you can sing about your women, which is, everyone does, but I mean, I find that even a bit much sometimes. So we're trying hard to find some other subjects. Something like You Can't Please All the People, which is what I've definitely found, especially in this music. You play and you work hard night after night, and you still get people coming up and saying, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. And you go back home and you worry about it, you think, well, but he's only one person, and you know, you really disappear. And so that's where I got that influence from.
be feeling tomorrow, baby, like I feel today. Oh, you hear me, baby? I'll be feeling tomorrow, baby, like I feel today. I'm gonna pack my suitcase, make my getaway. Hey, hey.
Sam Chapman singing St. Louis Blues, bringing the story full circle. Undoubtedly one of the appealing features of rhythm and blues is that its musical structure is so simple that it's very easy for musicians to get together and jam. So we asked our three bands to do that. And here they are to play us out, the Blues Band, Dr. Feelgood and 9 Below Zero with Route 66. Good night.